In this episode, I was going dark, really dark. J'ai voulu rien chambre pour une personne pour une night avec douche. I went Zempani de Mont, Alligator Ugazashi Master Ray. Too early morning fogassy, visions of the things to do. All the things would float up to the ceiling, and it turned out Lisa from the other side arranged for it to be a private session. So it was a little treat for us. But your lights, your eyes, not your lights, fucking pop goes the fucking weasel. I might have it on cassette tape. It levitated off the ground, off the floor, none of us were touching it, and it was like fucking floating up in the air. Oh, what the fuck? If it gets too mad, I'm going to dive out that fucking window, and that window I just showed you was open. So, yeah, that happened. Big black man. YouTube. So it was run by him, just had a DPD man waving at me. I thought, what the fuck? Spirit took over him, how it was for him at the point of death. So basically, my mate was dying in front of me. I remember a lot of Jews around that area. What's me thinking with my dig, I chose the party. Just every time I'd lay down on my bed and close my eyes, we started the session. Fucking Lisa, weren't it? Because I believe what I saw in my own eyes, the physicality of things. Like, it was scary, but it opened my eyes at a young age. Like, I saw things, like I told you. Yeah, and I did have things come home with me, and I said, no one's in. I would have things at my ass, just little small things stamped on the head, crush your head. I might even take you to his grave, just didn't wake up. This fucking bird just landed on my grandson's rod. I don't fucking entertain you.
Dad, and on the summer holidays. And on the summer holidays.
Summer holidays there, George.
Summer holidays now, George.
Straight tomorrow.
Put this on to protect it, and then this is the stand. Where's the back? Would you want to live like this? Look at the screen.
What? Do I want to live like Grand Theft Auto?
Like, do you want to live like in America?
Yeah. Florida.
Why do you live there?
Because it's lovely. Dottie's a very good girl. Oh, Chico's a good boy. Rocky's a very good boy. Oh, Dottie's a good girl.
How do you do it?
Yes, Dottie's a good girl. Rocky, come here, give me a kiss, Rocky. Rocky, give me a kiss, Rocky. Give me a kiss. Rocky. Not you, Dotty. Not you. You get too many kisses. It's Rocky's turn. Right, Chico wants a kiss. Where's Chico? Chico wants a kiss. Dotty, how can I give Chico a kiss like that? Kiss Rocky. You silly girl. You silly girl, aren't you? Silly sausage. Yes, you are. Get off! Oh! Get off! No! Oh! Get off! Oh, get off! So there's Tammy's new scar. She had a nubbing cut off yesterday. 7 stitches. What?
Did you say what it might be?
I said in the other video what it might be.
That sounds like it was a mole, I don't know.
No,
What, eh?
talking about. Can't even. Oh.
Them. The balls. Nanny, the balls. Up there. Is there anything I can...
Right, wait, let me get me done.
I think that one's gonna go.
Did you take that one off, George?
Ow.
Put it in the bowl. Put it.
You move your camera. Boom. Party fighter! Oh yeah, oh yeah. Who's got it? Wait, look what we. Oh, please don't play with it. Please, I don't like it. Get in, said the person. Oh, I need one. couldn't even watch me. Stand there.
I'm too heavy for it.
Pretty now. One hand there. Did for a little weekend.
Chico just danced for a bit. Chico just danced for a bit, you like that? You got to dance to do again. He's asking you, Georgie. Chico's asking you.
I've got some black hair and white hair.
It's salt and pepper.
No! What did I tell you?
The memes got even better. This is probably my
That's a move.
See this house here? The one with the window open. I'll just stand behind it. Yeah, that window by my over here. This was the house when I used to tell you. I told you about I used to go to seances when I was a teenager, about 15, 1988. Well, it was in that house there, in Dagenham. I'll walk back this way. Yeah, that one there with the window open, I just showed you. Yeah, that's where the seances used to take place. And yeah, it gives me a weird feeling coming back here. Yeah, so that one, that window open there. Yeah, it was, well, the medium who lived there, her name was Daphne. She was like, so about mid-60s, something like that, maybe early 70s. Yeah, she was a medium, so word of mouth got round and I thought, oh, I want to go and see her. Anyway, so yeah, I had reading and all that, and I found that she'd done seances, and it used to be once a month with her other friends, two other mediums. Daphne, so she was Daphne Fox, and her friends were Betty and Mary. They was similar sort of age, sort of old ladies. And it wasn't as if they'd done it for the money, they'd only charged £1 at the time. I mean, it was 1988, so, you know, £1 was still £1 back then. And yeah, I used to go like every month. It'd be the table tipping. And the force what you did down. It'd break your toe if it caught your toe. It was, absolutely was not faked. Anyway, so, but they used to got to know him really well. And they told me on a Friday night, we'd always have the seances on a Saturday. And on a Friday night, that's when they would have a private session. And that was when all the spooky shit would happen. Because Betty, the blonde-haired old lady, her aunt Lisa in life was a medium, so she would protect us from the other side. They'd always do a prayer protection, and Betty's aunt Lisa on the other side through the table would be in control of it. Anyway, so they told me, and I thought, like, how true is all this? So yeah, on a Friday night they would have a private session, and they would tell you, like, all the things would float up to the ceiling and chairs would move, and they told for about the best part of a year what would happen on a Friday night, and they used to beg them to let me go, and they said no, it's just like us. And I thought, anyway, this one particular night on a Saturday, it was meant to be a seance, and let me put face tracking on. Oh, not like that. I don't think it is on, but there you go. Yeah, so this one particular night was meant to be a seance, and no one turned up. So there was all these. It's a tiny little box room. That room I just showed you. It's a tiny little box room, and there were spare chairs behind. We'd have like about however many seats we needed by the table, and there was like a few spare chairs like behind us against the wall where the people was meant to have turned up. It was for them, but they didn't turn up, and it turned out Lisa from the other side arranged for it to be a private session, so it was a little treat for us, and I was shitting my fucking pants. Don't forget, I was like 15. I was 15. Anyway, and we always had the lights off, but your lights are, your eyes are accustomed to the darkness, so you can see. Plus they'd have a fire. They had a fire in the room as well, and that would let out a glow. So it wasn't complete darkness. So you could see, you could see like fairly well considering. And then all of a sudden, it went there. Me and my mate Rob. All of a sudden, the chairs behind us, what was against the wall, were pushing up against us. I thought, what the fuck? It was like the room was coming alive. Yeah, the chair, I swear on my grandson's life, everything I'll tell you is absolutely true. I never bullshit, I've got no need to lie. You'd ask me 10, 20 years down the line, I'd tell you the same story. So the chairs started pushing against us. And then they had this silver like funnel, like a trumpet, aluminium funnel trumpet sort of thing. And it had a luminous tape around the top and bottom of it, so you could easily see it. And it was the most bizarre, fucking surrealist thing you'd ever seen in your life. So the three mediums, Daphne, Betty and Mary, they were singing fucking Pop Goes the Fucking Weasel, and this fucking trumpet was floating up to the top of the chimney breast, and it was tapping on the chimney breast along with them singing. As I said, I swear to you, it's absolutely true. I think I've got it on cassette tape still, because we used to record a lot of these things. I might have it on cassette tape. I know I've definitely got a seance on the cassette tape. I've got no means of playing it, but maybe I'll dig it out and try and convert it. So yeah, so that was the funnel was floating up to the ceiling. The table, what we used for the table tipping, that actually, and I swear my grandson's life, it levitated off the ground, off the floor. None of us were touching it, and it was like fucking floating up in the air. Absolutely fucking, as true as I stand here, swear my grandson's life, it actually happened. And we was laughing, it was nervous laughing, because like we thought, what the fuck? Because before it started, as the chairs were starting to move, when they was hitting us from behind, I was too scared to go out the door we just come in from, the bedroom door. And I thought, like, if it gets too mad, I'm going to dive out that fucking window. And that window I just showed you was open. Anyway, so, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to walk. There's people coming. They might think I'm a bit fucking weird. So yeah, that happened. Oh, this church, by the way, this one here, this is where Dudley Moore played. You know, the American actor Dudley Moore. He used to play the piano here. Anyway, so yeah, so definitely Betty and Mary. So you had Betty, whose aunt in life was Lisa, who used to protect us from the other side during the table tennis sessions. Oh, fuck. It's my case. Yeah, so Lisa. Well, anyway, let's go back a bit. So through going to these seances, it sort of progressed to I think it was either Mary or Betty would go to these private sessions. We sort of like trained to be a medium. Well, it's like a medium circle, a mediumship circle in North London. I think that's what you call it. And it was run by this black geezer called Milford Reed. Big black man. Nice bloke, but he was like very intimidating. Very I'm gonna walk back this way. So yeah, it was run by him. YouTube. So it was run by him. Just had a DPD man waving at me. Anyway, so it was run by Milford Reed, and so we'd all take turns in standing in the front of the circle, and we'd do meditation in a circle. And then after, Ted, who run it as well, he would ask us what happened, what we saw, and I won't tell you what happened to me. But anyway, my mate got up in the middle of the circle. Sometimes when they sort of like say, right, you give a reading. All of a sudden, my mate Mark started fucking stumbling all over the place, like he was pissed. And he's my mate. I thought there's no way he would he'd bullshit me. And then all of a sudden, he was stumbling about, and he went to go over and had to catch him. I thought, what the fuck? Anyway, turned out, he told me after, he took over, or spirit took over him, replicating how it was for him at the point of death. So basically, my mate was dying in front of me, and it was like being reproduced through him. Scared the shit out of him as well. Anyway, so that was that. So after we'd go to these sessions, oh yeah, there was one particular week. This is it. One particular week, I had the opportunity. I had a new girlfriend that I met, and she was having a party that weekend, and so. Because I think we go on a Saturday night to these sessions in North London. Was it Highbury? No, I think it was somewhere where all the Jews live, wherever that is. That's what I remember. I remember a lot of Jews around that area. Don't ask me the name of the place. Yeah, so I had an opportunity to go to this party and missed the Saturday night session, the mediumship circle session. So of course, me thinking with my dick, I chose the party. Anyway, leading up to that Saturday night, every time I laid on my bed, I was still living at home with my mum and dad. So every time I'd lay down on my bed and close my eyes, I'd see the word test in my head. Nah, I took no notice of it. I just thought, that's weird. And every single time leading up to that Saturday night, through that week, lay down, I'd see the word test in my head, like the letters test, T-S-T. Anyway, so I chose the party, didn't I? Then the next time we went to Daphne's over there, that house over there, Stevens Road, we started the session, and the table come to me. It's fucking Lisa, weren't it? And what was the first fucking word she spelt out? Test. I kid you fucking not. Test. So that proved to me that because I believe what I saw in my own eyes, the physicality of things like levitating and shit like that. But like as for the actual mediumship side, the clairvoyancy side, because you've got clairaudience, I've experienced that as well, where you're audible, you hear that. But the clairvoyant side, obviously you can't get in people's heads, so you don't know if what they're telling you is true or But that proved it to me. That proved that side to me as well. So yeah, it was scary as fuck. But not scary. It was scary, but it opened my eyes at a young age. Like I saw things, like I told you in the other video. I told you I had that blue orb visited me because I was very depressed at that time. In fact, I told you I made an attempt at my life. Yeah, I was very depressed. And so I had a fixation with life after death, and that's why I started going there. And anyway, I think, and I told you before that they told you about being overshadowed, that dark entities can not possession, not full on possession, but like can overshadow you. That's what they called it, overshadow. So yeah, like I did have things come on with me, and I know they done a pair of protection, but then me and my mates, silly bastards we was, which don't ever do this, kids, we used to try and replicate these things ourselves at home, at my house. And I think that's when like things would hang about in my house, lights would turn off and on when I weren't in. This was long before smart lights and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all that shit. She talked about 88. So yeah, my mates would knock for me, and fucking he said, "Oh, I thought you was in." The lights went on as soon as I knocked. I said, "No, no one's in." Now someone told you that. Now people think you've got fucking smart lighting. But yeah, so I would have things at my ass, just little small things. Things would go missing, stuff like that, and then I'd have faults what weren't my own. Like when people say about schizophrenia, I've always disagreed with that. I've always thought that it's people just being overshadowed, being possessed. I'm not saying I was a fucking schizo or anything like that, and I'm not saying mental illness, not me, but like schizophrenia is, it's like autism. You can't have one word to umbrella the whole capacity of the symptoms of. But yeah, I do think a lot of times it is being overshadowed. Yeah, so I don't think, like my cat, Scruffy, loved it to pieces. As you know by now, I'm a massive animal lover, cats and dogs, all animals. And, I loved her like she was my baby. And I'd see her on the stairs and something would tell me, go and stamp on her head, crush her head. What the fuck, that ain't me. That's how I knew. I was lucky enough, I was savvy enough to know the difference, that it wasn't me. And, yeah, and then I made an attempt on my life at that time, around about that time. Yeah, it was 1988. I think it was 15, 16. Told you in the last video. And yeah, there's one thing that's always bothered me though, and I'll take you there in a second. My mate who used to live around the corner, grew up with one of my best mates, Ian. Yeah, I just sort of like made a reference about that attempt, and I always wondered, was it because of me? I don't think it was, but like it always, yeah, I've beat myself up over it for years because I mentioned it, and a few weeks later he done it. Yeah, he took his own life. I'll show you the house in a second. I might even take you to his grave. Yeah, my mate Ian. Love him, Ian Robson. Yeah, took his own life over his girlfriend at the time. Some girl called Claire who like gave him a bit of shit and I think cheated on him. And yeah, I don't think he meant to do it. I think he was just drunk and done something really stupid, which he probably was just a cry for help, a bit of attention, and obviously he didn't. He must have fell asleep and just didn't wake up. Yeah, his mum, Sharon, found him 5 o'clock in the morning when she was getting up for work. And his sister Sharon, he had a sister Sharon as well. She died last year. She had MS for about 20 odd years, and she had. They tried for some reason chemo for MS. They said, oh, it's a new treatment. 3 rounds of it, dead, died in hospital. She was only, what, 55. So yeah, she died last year, Sharon, and yeah, so that was crazy times. All them, you know, I was going to seances for a few years, and yeah, it was just a fascination I had with all that at the time. And talking about, you know, about my friend who just died of cancer. Hold on, let me turn this around. Yeah, this is where Dudley Moore used to play the piano in here. Is it St Thomas's, is it? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, my friend who just died of cancer, you know, I was really upset about it. He was like my ex-partner's new partner. She'd been with him 19 years, but we've become really good friends. Holidayed together and Christmases, birthdays. So he was like my grandson's other granddad. My son took him fishing. I'll put the clip on right now. Well, after I finished telling you. Son took him fishing and kayaking with my kayak, what he bought me for my birthday a couple of years ago. Inflatable one. So they'd done a bit of kayaking in Chelmsford, funny enough, where Dean used to live, where he grew up. And then the fishing, they'd done fishing and kayaking, a bit of swimming. And then this fucking bird just landed on my grandson's rod. When does that happen? I've never known it to happen. I said straight away, we all did, it's Dean. Or maybe not physically Dean, but like he probably sent the bird there. Yeah, I'll put the clip on now and then I'll show you my mate's house where he used to live, where he died. Fucking happy episode, this one, ain't it, eh? Don't fucking entertain ya. Jesus.
Wow.
That's lucky. What bird is that? Imagine if he jumped in the water like. What if he flies off? Fly off and come back. 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 I kind of don't have if I get a fish. I'm getting a fish. And that's unfair. I don't know what I want to do.
I reckon it.
That was it.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
I must have kept it so still. Mustn't I? Oh.
Yeah, what I forgot to say about when that bird landed on my grandson's fishing rod the other day, and we thought it was Dean who just died. This Dean, as you can see, he was a fisherman, and he comes from Chelmsford, so that's why there's a lot of association with the fishing and being in Chelmsford. This was only at the weekend. Yeah, it choked me up when yeah, poor fucker died of just come over here to visit my mate's grave. This is Eastbrook Cemetery, Dagenham. It's probably going to take me about a fucking hour to find it. We come here for when we all turned 50, me and my mate Lee, because we were all the same age, all grew up together. We're infants, juniors, seniors together. So yeah, me and Lee come over here for what would have been Ian's 50th. He died, I think it was the 8th or 9th of September 1992. And it was a week after his 20th birthday. He was 20 on the 31st of August 1992. It was such a shame because my son was born. I just become a dad. in the summer of '92, and Ian lost his life. Yeah, it's fucking really sad, and you know, never really gotten over it. Freaked me out at the time because we was only what 20, a week after his 20th birthday, and I remember because he took his own life. It was really weird. The song come out. Well, they re-released it. The Manic Street Preachers. Suicide is painless. The thing from MASH. Through early morning fog, I see visions of the things to be. That one. Where the fuck? I'm thinking over there. Yeah, so it was just a weird time. You know, it was an happy time and a sad time for me. You know, my son being born and then losing my best mate who I grew up with. Yeah, so it's a black headstone anyway, and like when his dad died, he buried him with him. I think I'm getting close. So yeah, I found it. It's my mate Ian. Yep, 8th of September 1992. And his dad Willie, I think it was 99. Just so fucking tragic. But he's with Sharon now, his sister. She joined him last year. Yeah, this is why. No matter how hard life gets, you know, don't do anything stupid. Yeah, it's so sad. As I said, I don't think Ian meant to do it at all. I think it was just a drunken thing. Took a few, you know, I won't say what, but a few lagers, and I just think, and he wasn't a big fella. He was quite skinny, and I don't think he had the his body had the resistance to fight it, and I think it like just took him. Yeah, and that was over a girl. So no girl's worth it. No one's worth it, full stop. You know, you just don't no matter how depressed you get, no matter how down you get, just always know somewhere there, even on the darkest, dingiest, wettest, winteriest days, you know that, always know that somewhere else in the world it's like blazing sunshine, and you never feel down when it's blazing sunshine. So I always think like, so you're in this position, you just got to get that position, and then it'll lift your mood. So, and that's down to money, so get yourself some money and fuck off. You know, don't let anyone get you down. Don't let anyone drive you to these lengths. Oh yeah, look at him up. He had lovely head of hair. He had a cow's lick, but it flicks up at the front. And, yeah. Yeah, as I said, I'd just become a dad, and then I've lost one of my best mates. There was like, you know, we all lived in the same street. We all went infants, juniors, seniors, played out, run outs, you know, all sorts of stuff, football, everything, done it all together, and to lose someone that you've grown up with, like when you're only what, 19, 20, yeah, it's a mind fuck, and very, very, very sad. As I said, I was going through a very dark time. I had a bit of a breakdown, and then I was dabbling with the occult, and spirituality, and then, you know, I made an attempt myself, but that was out of like absolute depression, and I suppose fascination with what's on the other side. And then I didn't go through with it, and then I mentioned it in passing to Ian, and it was just, I think literally a couple of weeks, maybe a month after, he done it. And he was such a laugh. He was happy-go-lucky, you know, he was so inoffensive, never slagged anyone off. And as I said, he was the black sheep of his family. His mum, not his dad, but his mum, she was a bit of an arsehole to him, and his sister Sharon. And whatever his little brother Kevin done, you know, obviously not Kevin's fault, he was just a little kid, but he was a younger brother. Whatever bother he got himself into, Ian and Sharon would get a wallop for it and get grounded. And so that's why I said, like, that song reminded me of Ian so much, like Seasons in the Sun. Goodbye Papa, it's hard to die, when all the birds are singing in the sky. And I was the black sheep of the family. That's Ian's song. So yeah, this and then as I said, the after effects, not long after that, Sharon got MS. His dad got cancer. So I do think these things have an effect on the nervous system. And yeah, it's just, and I know, personally speaking, you know, it's beat me up for like, what's it been, 34 years. It's beat me up for 34 years. That, I think, did I have something to do with it? Did it, what I said, did I have an influence on him? So I suppose I'll never get peace from that until I see him again. But as I said, I went to his sister Sharon's funeral last year. That was very sad because she was young as well, really. Well, not as young as Ian, but 54, 55. Anyway, God bless Ian. Love you. God bless Willie. See you when I'm over there. Well, hopefully that'll be long. I reckon I'll live to 150. I reckon my bids will come out and I'll keep going, I will. Yeah, so this is Eastbrook Cemetery by the Chase in Dagenham, if anyone knows it, in Essex. And next to it, the Chase, the lakes, I've got a story to tell you about that, about the body that was in the lake. Dismembered it, was well, it's the leg, wasn't it? Neil Bushell. I've got a story to tell you about that because that closely affected me. Well, the people who done it were like next door to me, got moved there, and it's a long story, but yeah. And I kicked off because they just nearly attempted to murder my friend Chris, whose mum was a counsellor for our council at the time. And yeah, I kicked off, I exposed it, and then I got absolutely harassed by police and the council, and that's a story for another time. And that's yeah, I can tell you how I won my court case representing myself. Yeah, but that's a story for another time. In this episode, I was going dark, really dark. Anyway, see you next time. I won't play it all because of copyright and all that. But how weird is that? That's a sign, ain't it? I'm just talking about, like, reach out to people, you know, don't do anything as a cry for help, like stupid, you know, just reach out to people, and that song's playing on the radio. We can actually cry for help. So yeah, if that ain't a sign, then I don't know what is. Anyway, I'm going for real this time. Not for real, but sort of for real. Not forever real, but I'm going. Just quickly, as I'm editing, I just realised there's a couple of things what I didn't mention, and I really wanted to mention. The bit with my grandson when he was fishing, and we believe his granddad, his other granddad, Dean, who just died, come to see him. When he was at home, when he was dying, in the last few days before he died, April this year, 2026, he said, like, his last wish, he just said, well, not really a wish because he knew it was too late, but he said he wanted to go fishing with my son, Sam, and my grandson, Georgie, and it come from Chelmsford. So at the weekend, just gone, he was at Chelmsford fishing, and that bird landed on Georgie's rod. So, you know, we all thought it's Dean. Well, we know it's Dean. You know, it's a sign from demon. And another thing I wanted to mention, which is it was really fucking funny, and I wanted to tell you, when we after one of the seances at Daphne's, you know, we went from about 88 to about 91, something like that. At the end of one of the sessions, Daphne was talking about auras. So there was all of us, there was like a room full of us. It's only a little small box room, but there's probably about 7, 8 of us all around the table. And it's all quiet, we're all just like calming down after the seance. And she had a picture of a Buddhist on the mantelpiece by the fireplace. And he had these orange robes on, all orange, top to bottom, like a dress. And he had this fucking enormous, like young Michael Jackson fuzz buzz, like afro, like big fucking round thing. And she just pointed, and my mate Rob was there. She goes, "Him there, he's got a big one." And my mate, he was pissing himself. He was fucking crying. And the room was silent, and everyone was just looking at him. And like, so it's worth saying it, but you try hard not to laugh, and the more he was trying not to laugh, the more he was laughing, and fucking everyone was just looking at him, and he's crying. He's fucking wetting himself. And yeah, it was so awkward. I was mortified, but then like we all start sniggering. Well, a couple of us, not all of us, like the 3 old ladies, they never. But yeah, him there, he's got a big one. So fucking funny. Yeah, so they was the bits I wanted to add, and that was it. So yeah, that's it.
That's you fucking idiot.